And here we go again. I'm back in the upper pond area, but obviously not looking at the upper pond. I am overlooking where we are growing the bitter gourd plants. They'll come up and go through the bamboo. And I'm focused, I hope, on a very pretty flower that blossoms once or twice a year. There's actually bundles of blossoms in each time it opens. They open slowly though. They're sort of a lily-like thing, but they're twisty curly. Very hard to get a good still shot of. I'm hoping that we'll work on this long shot or a movie. Alright, it's Sunday. And Myra has gone to town to do her teaching thing. Yesterday we talked about transferring fish. Today I can tell you that the transfer was successful. We moved about 30 tilapia into the upper pond, and the ladies took home, I could give you numbers, but that's not as important. They took home about 2 meals each for their families. So they took home 4 meals altogether. I think they're going to cook them by putting them on a grill and charcoal them. Have some Coca-Cola with peanuts inside the bottle. And that'll go pretty good for a nice dinner. At least that was the plan when they left here yesterday. Now it is a gorgeous day. Cloud cover and sunlight and blue sky, just enough to make it interesting. I am sitting in the midst of a small group of, now there goes my memory again, but they're a tiny little native bee that, kiwoot, that's it, kiwoot. They are considered good luck, and I think they're considered good luck because they make their nest in the same spot that wasps make theirs. And once the kiwoots get in, you don't get stung because they may bite you, but they don't sting you. And they don't bite that often. I can see a lot of sunbirds over there. I go back to thinking, gee, if I had a good zoom lens, I could get in on those birds and you could see them. But as I said, they cost more than my monthly pension, so it's probably going to be a while before I buy one of those, if ever. It's just kind of a nice day. It's very quiet. There's no karaoke or loud radio. For a while, our dogs were barking, particularly Cooper, or Rusty, who doesn't like people in front of our yard. Yes, I know it's a public road and everybody has a right to it, but if you're going to park your motorcycle in front of a 70, 80-pound Doberman who is very protective, you got to expect to get barked at. At least I think you should. And apparently he does too, because he sure did bark at a lot of them. He was going for quite a while. What else can I talk about? Any number of things, I suppose. The tilapia went well. I said how much the ladies got, but to get to them, they had to empty the pond, or nearly empty it, which took them about 3 hours of dip the bucket and throw it into the garden work, and that was hard on them. And then they had to get them sort of like a dragger or a seiner on the west coast of Canada. They put a fish net in the water and scooped them up with that. And by the time they got theirs out and put others into the upper pond, it left in the lower pond. Now it was very hard to count because there was a fair number that were only a couple inches long. But I would guess we still had 200 in the lower pond. Most of those were small. Some of those Come on. Out of there, Rusty. Out of there. Some of those were maybe 3 inches, 4 inches long. We may have to thin them out again come September. You can't get them too crowded in there. They run out of oxygen and start dying, which is kind of a bummer. But they're doing well now. The ones in the upper pond have schooled. They're moving around in packs. The big ones are their own pack. The middle-sized ones their own pack. And the few small ones are sort of just trailing along behind everybody. And we did not scare away the turtle in the upper pond. I saw him yesterday twice. Now he should stay there because with all the new fish, and it looks like our larger tilapia have spawned in the upper pond. If they haven't, then it's just an indigenous tiny little fish that somehow gets in the pond. I have no idea how. But the turtle does like to eat small fish, so he's probably going to stick around, or she, as the case may be. Really pleased with those turtles. They're not quite endangered, but they weren't built to avoid car traffic doing 30, 40 miles an hour. They tend to get run over and crushed. And they certainly weren't built to avoid the idiots that just like to go in, oh boy, let's kill a turtle. And there are idiots like that around here. So to have them in the yard, where they are, if not perfectly safe, they're a lot safer than outside. They're sheltered, they got good food, clean water, and other than a boa constrictor, a large snake that likes to eat large food, they don't really have any animals around here that can do them harm in our yard. So maybe they'll be around for their lifespan. I hope so. I like them. Now, I have on occasion talked about the bamboo we have here. So I am going to do that horrible thing now. I'm going to loosen that off. I'm going to spin this very, very slowly. You can still see the bamboo there. Now, looking at that in the background, you can see some yellow. Looks like just yellow on the sunlight or what have you. I'm going to lock that in place. I can't juggle that now. And I'm going to bring it up. And you will notice that yellow. And here I'm going to adjust the focus just a bit and bring it over there. And we're on manual, so I'm going to, hopefully if I do this right, and I didn't that time, let's try this again. There, and I simply pull that over. Aha, I'm doing good, folks, bear with me. And then I scoop that, push that button, and now I should be able to, there you go. There you go. I'll put my glasses on my nose so I can make sure that's focused in and you can see the bamboo. Rusty really wants me to throw his ball, but he's having fun on his own. I'm going to lift it up a little farther. It should stay reasonably in focus. Okay. There. Sunlight on the bamboo. Whoops, I jiggled it, didn't I? I jiggled it again. What a foolish man. There you go. I do that. I do. I do what? I do this. No, I don't do that. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's try it. No, that doesn't work either. I'm just going to have to eyeball this. I think that's probably as good a focus as I'm going to get. That gorgeous yellow bamboo, which should... am I too far over? I can't see for sure. Or am I not? Who knows? I don't. Aha! There you go. Okay. I'm having fun playing with this, folks. You're just going to have to put up with me. Well, you don't actually have to put up with me, but I don't see you have much choice. Because it's my video. There. That's better. Now we press this one. And that looks pretty darn good. There. I do believe that we now have a good shot of large ornamental Chinese bamboo. Yes, we do. How about that? That noise you hear is Rusty trying to dig out the ball of his. Oh, that's a nice shot of the bamboo. And that's so nice. I think at 11 minutes, I call this done. We'll talk to you tomorrow, folks. Although Rusty did get his ball. I wonder if I can do something here. I'll do it slowly. I don't know if it's going to work, but let's find out. I'm going to have to keep moving. I don't know that I can actually see this, you see, when I get over this far. All right. Now let's bring it up. I think that's going to be pretty close when I... Oh, yeah. Now we're getting somewhere. I got to bring it over just a little more. Oh, will you look at that? There. Okay. That, ladies and gentlemen, is a gorgeous salmon-colored, or pink, depending what you want to call it, bougainvillea. I'll center it. There. Now when I do this, I've just magnified it, which means I should be able to. There. It's kind of hard to do it because we're working on a moving subject. But isn't that gorgeous? And I think, folks, that's where I end this one on a pretty shot. Will it make you any sicker? Talk to you again later.